folks. Now, I never make this type of videos on playing car games, and I usually don't play. Now, this is a very um, different car game because I'm on the Xbox controller, so it's on the phone, which is something, good to kill time. Now, I know you guys have been thinking, well, William, you're such a man child for playing games like this, and I'll tell you the reason why. So, I'm at the early stage on separation, and a man who goes through this stage, you go through a lot of the um it's like a form of like a depression, mental health, or things like that, and it comes and goes, and you'll need to come back. And obviously, we have reasons on separated, or my separation is a bit deeper because I have a child with my partner already. So it's not just like an easy breakup or makeup, something like that. And it's related about money. And when I talk about the money, it's the fact that it's it's the it's the problem with the whole thing. It's you know when you're a family man, obviously when you earn most of the money and generating, and um you know towards whatever the family, I can't even speak properly because I'm playing the game at the same time, but you guys understand what I'm saying. So when you have like that, what it makes it worse is obviously your spending and everything is higher than before, right? This is a hard one. Oh gosh. And the spending is higher than before, and obviously what you build on your family, the spending is just skyrocket, right? You have a lot more to spend. Your outgoings on a monthly base is very, very high than comparison when you just stated the individual person, right? So that's why I said it's something that you have to be mindful. Now, just to let you guys know, I probably will spend probably $7,000 a month. And when you're used to spending $7,000 a month, right, whatever the reason it is, right, I'm not going to get too details, too personal what's that spending, but just to let you guys know, when you're used to spending $7,000 a month or whatever, or more than that, it becomes a norm for you to spend more, and you don't want to save. You're kind of burnt out because money comes and go. And this is a trap when most married people will go through, because you don't see the bright light or the tunnel light towards the end. It's just forever digging. And obviously, of course, it's for the for the house or debt or family. It can be everything, whatever it is, right? And I'm not here to complain. That's what family man has to do, whatever by all means, right? To live a good lifestyle or whatever, right? Now, I'm not here to say judgmental, but when you're used to spending $7,000, and when you see the bank account, you just want to spend the whole thing. And obviously, when you will now have a fight, and all of us had a fight with our partner or whatever, then we started to blame each other because of him doing this or you doing that. And, it's just, and obviously, we're not going to take for granted what it is. But what I do know is that, obviously, in the middle of the argument, you do not want to take the responsible obviously one of the fight. Obviously it gets hot-headed, right? But one thing that really struck me is even though I was my partner is more of a migrant background, and obviously I'm a more of the Aussie, Australian born, right? So when you have like that, we adapt the lifestyle of spend your entire paycheck. That was the norm to think about like that. All right, and you spend your entire paycheck to live paycheck to paycheck, whatever. And obviously, migrants don't think that way. They save and they will be frugal, and do whatever they by all means to survive. Right, and oh, I nearly did a good one on that one, but just to go through that, that's where it becomes a problematic where culture clashes, right? And obviously, when you make more money, you spend more because you feel like you deserve to spend instead of spending all these ongoing bills or debts like that. And that's why it becomes problematic when it comes to the fight and whatever. And I wish that, you know, how I spent. I know cost of living is one part of it, but to understand the way how, if you're used to spending 7,000 a month and you go 8,000 or 10,000 and you're used to it, and there's no luxurious, well, the only luxurious is to go out and eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and just to fix your stress, or we come back home and not, it's just not appealing environment, and just have to pay bills. There's always something going on. It's not fun. And obviously my biggest mistake was coronavirus had made all of us instant gratification towards on tapping our bank cards, right? And we're not used to punching a pin code, or what's that word, pin code, or perhaps just cashing out. We are so used to tapping, and once you're used to tapping, obviously you have no idea how much you have spent the entire day, right? So you're so used to spending maybe 100 or 200 a day by yourself, and when you look back at your bank statement, you're like, wow, did I actually did that? And you have to be mindful and be frugal. And I guess my relationship, the biggest damage was the bank card, the way, and I didn't save money because you wanted to have luxurious and live that lifestyle, whatever, right? And obviously that's what, when you have a high spending, obviously you just want to spend all of them, so you can spend for yourself, because the money that you save is just going to be ongoing bills and there's no reward. And this is where I wish my father or whatever can taught me about this sort of stuff as well. And for me to discuss about this and playing this game, it's just, it made me look like a mantra, but it's a therapeutic on, obviously we cannot own a cars like this can drift or things like that. And it's just, oh, that's a perfect one. Oh, damn. When you have like that, it creates a lot more problem. And obviously during the previous couple of fights that I had with her, it was all related to money, and I'm not saving, and this becomes a problem, right? And obviously you blame her, you blame yourself, and you just don't know where to go. And when you have like me time, like what I'm having now, you start to realize the big picture. Even though I'm yawning to go back, I should be going back, but I just did my tax return and it's not looking too good that I'm earning that much of tax. And the way how the accountant wanted me to pay back, it's just a very large number. And when you have that expenses, it's create this barrier, and you try to explain to your partner or your loved one about the tax, how important to pay it off. If you don't pay it off, then there's interest, or they have the power to seize whatever belongings or assets you have until you pay it off, right? And it's very scary, and obviously you don't want to pile it up, whatever. And it's just, this is what happens when you have more than 2-3 jobs, and obviously 2-3 jobs, you're not paying enough tax because of your low income earner, based on the hours and the wages that you have. And this is where it becomes a problem. And this is where it's my fault for not acting earlier on to contribute more tax or make it changes, thinking of paying less tax is the way to go. But it just bite me on the ass by doing that. And that's why now it's the consequences that I'm experiencing through. But that being said, there's a couple more things that's been happening, which I was about to open a shop and I did not know. Like I said, it's not me it's my business, but the outgoings, the expenditures and the rent is just killing it. if I think about it now, and I can't sustain it, which is going to cost me more than what I initially thought. You just want to please everyone. Many of the men said, when a woman's after giving birth or during giving or pregnancy, is you have to, you do not want to go against a woman, whatever what they say, all right, because they have hormone change and everything like that. You have to be yes man, try to reduce conflict and fight. And I get to see the personality depression on my partner, how it went through. And it's a journey that I get to see. Like, even though I make so much YouTube videos, but these videos, it's, I'm still learning day by day to day. And it's sad for me. My family has to end up in this situation where I have to force to separate. If I don't force, then the consequences, you can lose everything, right? And the taxman does not care, what's the situation. You have to pay back that the taxman that you owed. So yeah, basically, they wanted me to pay, 2,200 in a month. Now, for many of you guys, oh yeah, I can earn that, but when you have a lot of the expenditures, expensive, ongoing, it creates a lot more problem when you do that. And you can do one bill, but when you have so many expenditures hitting at the same time, it does not, you cannot cover all of them when you have all that. And that's where the problem is. That's where I'm facing at the moment. So just be mindful on how the expenditures, how it stacks up. Debt after debt, loan after loan, or allowance after allowance. You're as a man, you try to please everyone, but without realizing you might lose everything. So I'm in that position. So all I can say is, every time you separate a fight, obviously look at yourself. How do you minimize or things like that? Why is it not working out for you? Maybe you should find a way. Maybe cash out this much amount of money and, monitor how you spend and be frugal about it, or set a routine, or meal prep, or whatever you guys could do, depending on the nature of the work, So it is very difficult for me and be in this position to say that to you guys, to be honest with you. I'm not here to gain viewers. This is just for me, just to have a big slap on my face, to be honest. And, be realistic. Can't be delusional with the whole thing about it. And it's a very, very painful journey. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like I said, breaking up a girl is easy, but when you're breaking up a family of your own, it hits differently. And I had to play games so I can stop this form of depression. It's more like a loss and grief, to be honest with you guys. Instead of the depression, it's more like a loss and grief. Oh, that was a good... Oh, I had to ruin the last bit. But it's a very hard lesson for me to learn, to be honest. And do I regret? Well, I guess in life, I wish that I acted immediately. I wish that I'd taken it seriously. I wish I could save more. But in life, it's something that I have to pay the consequence. Got no one to blame but blame myself. But then again, if you have a high expenditures, it numbs you down. What's the point on saving money if you're, even if you save this month, it's gonna go out. There will be another bill, and that's why a lot of, families, they can't save or they can't budget because of X, Y, and Z. You can't predict all the time. So our instant gratification can be our stress, it can be environment. And for my situation, it's very difficult to go through. Very difficult. All right, that's the video of the day. And yeah, that's it.